Today, we're going to focus on stretches, and that's something that everybody wants to talk about, it seems like. So now there's all of these complicated muscles in your neck. And so what I want to talk about are really 7 easy stretches for you. Now, I don't expect you to do all 7. I would say pick 3, okay? Pick your favorite 3, do them every day, 2, 3, maybe 4 times if you can throughout the day. That's going to be an awesome way to really stretch and remind those muscles they need to be loosening. That's going to help you. But if you want to do all 7, you absolutely can. There's nothing wrong with that, but picking 3 is a lot easier to digest for most people. So what we're going to do for the first stretch, and this is obviously with any of these stretches, don't do anything that causes you pain. If it hurts, not a good move. There's deeper issues going on that we need to address somewhere else. But if it feels like that nice, gentle pull, that's what we're looking for, okay? So what we're going to do is with the movements we talked about, right? You're going to go forward and backwards, you're going to rotate side to side, and you're going to bend side to side. We're going to run through those movements, but when we get to the end of that normal range, what we're going to do is that then we're going to just pull just ever so gently. So for example, if we're going forward, it's called flexion. If you go into flexion, you're going to get kind of to the end of your range, and then you're going to reach back, and you're just going to pull just a little bit. And you should feel that pulling on the back of that neck in that case, okay? If we do going backwards, you can go backwards. This one, you probably have to push a little bit on the chin. That's okay. You're going to feel it more in the front. The last 2, we're going to rotate. We're just going to gently push on that chin, feel some of that stretching. Do the other side. And the last one, the lateral bending or side bending, that's probably the one you'll feel the most, I would assume, from most people. And what you do is you'll bend, you'll reach the other arm around, and we're going to come and we're going to pull that down until you feel that nice gentle stretch. So that's kind of the first one. That's going to be the most complicated. After that, we're going to do this, and this is a great thing to do in the morning when you wake up, are neck rolls. And so for neck rolls, what we're going to do is we're going to start down, and we're going to roll our head to the side, and we're going to come up, and we're going to go, and we're going to do a full circle. Now I'm going to recommend about 5 times in each direction, okay? So we're going to roll down, we're going to come and do that, and you should feel it all throughout. You get there. Again, don't do anything that hurts. If you feel grinding and crackling and snap, crackle, pop, and stuff like that, I probably would avoid as much of that as possible, okay? We don't want anything to happen or you get hurt doing that. The next one are going to be simply shoulder rolls. And so with shoulder rolls, what we're going to do is we're just going to roll our shoulders just like they sound. I'm going to recommend you go backwards. You can go forward, you might get a stretch, but we want to encourage you to go backwards because that's going to help with the posture we talked about in day 1. The next one is going to be arm circles. We're going to have our arms out like this, and we're going to just do small circles with the arms straight. You can play around with where your palms are, whether they're up or down or back, and we're just going to do small circles. A lot of you are used to high school football practice or sports practice, and you're going to want to do these huge giant windmills with your arm. That's fine. You can do that. That's obviously going to stretch something, but these smaller controlled stretches are going to be a lot better, especially for these front muscles in the chest and kind of near the armpit. That's going to help those a lot more. The next one we're going to do is a head squeeze, and basically we're going to take our fingers, we're going to interlock them. Once they're interlocked, we're going to bring our fingers behind our head, and I'm going to recommend your thumbs are going to run down the back of your neck. What we're going to do is we're going to push our hands forward, elbows back, and you're going to push with your head backwards. And so you're creating this resistance, this colliding force between your hands and your head, and we're going to do that gently. You're probably going to feel that more in the upper neck and the traps, and that's a really big cause of neck pain and achiness for a lot of people. That's also a big cause for headaches and migraines, which are typically related to the neck and the function of those muscles. So those are the easiest stretches. Last ones we're going to do are called doorway stretches, and so for that we're going to need a doorway. But what you're essentially going to do is you're going to put your hand on the top if you can reach it, and we're just going to let our body weight sink in, and we can do those again on the side. We can do them out, and we're just going to move, and you can get a deeper stretch because you can bring your shoulder or your body into the door frame where normally like a wall would be in your way. There's going to be a free guide for you. So there's a PDF, a downloadable, printable PDF below. That's going to have pictures of all these stretches so that you can see them again. Obviously, you're welcome to reference back to the video, but I would recommend printing that paper, throwing it up on your desk, putting it in the work conference room for people to do. These are great stretches that are easy. You don't need any equipment, and they're really going to help you get back to center, stretch these muscles, relieve a lot of that tension, a lot of that stress, which is then going to help your neck feel better and just help you feel better.